Okay, quite a few years ago, when I was living in the New Orleans area, I heard a bit about this in the news media, and they rapidly and quickly stopped talking about it, and it just about disappeared. And you would have just had to be a person concerned about it to even know what went on. But let me explain to you what happened, and please don't judge a book by its cover. Okay, because the dude that you're looking at, if I use his photo, is a security guard. He's a security guard. Okay, and the things that happened to him were done by a police officer. Anyway, let me read a bit of it. I'm not going to read the whole story, but I'm going to read a bit of it. His name is Armond Bennett, and he's from New Orleans. And they printed some straight up lies on the police report, but I'm gonna read it. And this is what the lawsuit says. I'm not even gonna read the BS police report that they lied and put up there. Where they try to say he got into an altercation with them and they heard gunshots and all that is BS. And for the record, he was awarded $120,000. Now I'm gonna say this. That ain't no money for what he went through, and there's no guarantee that in the state of Louisiana that he even received all of that. If you remember, the black Latino police officer that was harassed by the cops down there in Florida, he won like a $2 or $3 million suit, but they gave him $3,000. So what do you think this guy possibly got out of 120? Maybe they gave all of it to him, maybe not. But let me read this. Hold up. Because the lawsuit filed by Bennett claims, and see, they be real BS-y with the way that they write these articles, because there's no claim anymore. Like I said, this happened in 2014. And what happened was that there was this white lady that was a police officer. Her name is Lisa Lewis. This bitch turns off her camera, sparks up an incident with this guy, and I'll just read about it. I'll let you read his side of it. Hold on. The lawsuit filed by Bennett claims that he did nothing to provoke Officer Lisa Lewis and that she nearly killed him without reason. The incident began 9 days before the shooting when Bennett was pulled over by none other than Officer Lisa Lewis in the parking lot of his place of employment for a particularly obscure license plate with only one light. So, out of all the goons in New Orleans, we following around dudes in security outfits with busted tail lights and some on their plate. Just random dumb shit. This is dumb shit. This is probably just completely unnecessary. But anyway, let's read what else he says. During the stop, Lisa and her partner noticed a gun holster in the back seat, which he explained to them was because he is a security guard at DeVita Dialysis and was required to carry a weapon while on duty. He also explained that he did not have a weapon with him in the vehicle. Despite the reasonable explanation, Lewis told Bennett to step out of his vehicle and began shouting at him to show his hands as her partner, Officer. This sounds like a black female, dog. I'm just now observing this. This name sounds like a black female. Now, it was a white woman who did this. Her partner name was Lucretia. 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 That's a black female. I'm just not noticing that, bruh. So this is a black woman and a white woman, police officers pulling over a brother. Hold on. It says they began shouting at him and start saying to show his hands as her partner, Lucretia Ghetto, pulled out her weapon and aimed it at him. And don't let it be a black and a white one, because they'll slam you down to the street top, black police showing out for the white cop. Ice Cube, fuck the police, 88. Damn. Anyway, let me read the rest of this. According to the lawsuit, Lewis then grabbed, that's the police officer, Bennett, by his hair. Come here, you nigger, with your fucking dreadlocks. So you got a black female aiming a gun at this dude. Okay, because I'm trying to draw the picture for you. You got a black female aiming a gun at him. You got a white woman sitting up here pulling his dreadlocks. And for a dude that ain't did nothing, that ain't committed no crime. Okay? According to the lawsuit, she grabbed his hair, so he ran. Does that sound familiar? Terrified of the aggressive behavior of the two officers over a simple traffic stop in a parking lot, a K-9 officer was brought to the scene and discovered a small bag of marijuana in the man's vehicle. He had no prior criminal history other than some unpaid parking tickets. On the night of the shooting, 9 days later, Bennett was arriving at his brother's house and sitting with him in a parked vehicle when a patrol vehicle began to, quote unquote, creep around them. Lewis and another officer then emerged from the cruiser with their guns drawn and ordered Bennett and his brother to put their hands up. Suddenly and without reason, justification, or provocation, Lewis pulled the trigger of her weapon and shot Mr. Bennett. The lawsuit says Mr. Bennett had done nothing to provoke this use of excessive and deadly force. Frightened, Bennett tried to flee, and the officer fired another round. He was shot in the scalp, but the bullet did not enter his skull. He was placed in intensive care and required a breathing tube as he was so unstable. The warrant had been issued for possession of marijuana, illegal carrying of a weapon with controlled dangerous substance, and simple criminal damage to property, even though the body camera from the initial stop reportedly showed that Bennett did not have a weapon. The district attorney refused to prosecute him for the charges in December because it was bullshit. And he won, this lawsuit. So it's kind of like, are you reading what I'm reading? Like, you and some black bitch pull over a brother, harass the brother, beat on the dude, and then these motherfuckers pull up next to this dude's house. A week later, look, that arrest warrant that was issued by a judge for them to go out there and execute that dude. And that bitch can't shoot. That's the only reason that this dude is alive. And if that dude would have died, I can guarantee you, man, all these killings that you hearing about, this ain't us just doing this shit, man. There's no telling how many racist white people. And remember, this dude got a lawsuit for this. This is so everything that I read to you is literally government stalking of a black man by government agents with the assistance of you know who, the mammy. So get a gun and carry it with you everywhere, because you can be legally killed. If you let it happen to yourself, you're just letting it happen. Defend yourself. I'm out.